Greetings everyone, it's Mr. Shachoi here. Welcome to Back to Basics. We are still looking at our exam type of questions that you can encounter in the 11th grade, right? So now, the first question 6.1, they want us to prove that FG is parallel to what? To DC. All right, let's start with what we are given here. So they are saying in the diagram below, AC you are having your what AC is going to be your diagonal also with what with BD, and also that ABCD is your going to what is going to be a cyclic quadrilateral that intersect at P such that AP is equal to what BP. So what is it that they are telling us? That they are telling us that AP, which is this particular line here, is equals to what? To BP. Where is our BP, which is going to be this one? Okay, so that's, and also they are telling us that this solid line here, let me just use the blue color here, right? They are also telling us that our FPG is a tangent of the smaller Llana circle, right? So what is it that you can take from here? So we are going to start here. In order for us to prove, let's start with this. Now, I want us to look at our angle P4 firstly. Our angle P4 is going to be equals to what? Is going to be equals to our angle A1, right? This is because of the tan chord theorem, right? Remember, because since this FG is your what? Is your tangent. If you can just draw this particular triangle, right? If I can just draw this particular triangle here, right? This triangle, right? And now, can you see that this angle here, this is going to be equal to this angle from the tan chord theorem? Remember that from the tan chord theorem, if you are having your circle and you are having your tangent and you are having your triangle that touches the circumference of your circle, the angle here is going to always be equal to that particular angle there, right? So that's the reason I am saying that. Now, secondly, what is it? But now I want you to look at this. But our angle what? But our angle P4, again, our angle P4 is going to be equal to what? Our angle P1, which means now, let me just use the blue dots that we can use here. So which means now this particular angle again is equal to what? Is going to be equal to this angle. And this angle also is equal to that, right? So P1 is equals to P4. Why? These are going to be vertically, opposite what? Vertical opposite angles, right? Remember, vertical opposite angles are going to be equal, right? So now, what else now can you take from here? Now again, one thing I want you to also take note here is that again, our angle A1 is going to be equals to what? Is going to be angle D1, right? Our angle A1, right? This particular here angle here is going to be this angle. Both of them are subtended by the same what? Both of them are subtended by the same chord, right? So if let's say I can just draw these lines here, right? Now draw these lines so that you can see what I'm referring to. And again, draw this particular angle here. From here again, I come back, right? So can you see that both of these angles are subtended by this particular chord, right? Okay. So which means now, you're going to say angle A1 is going to be equal to D1, right? We are going to say in here equal angles subtended by the same chord. Okay. So these are angles subtended by the what? By the same chord. How to get? So these are going to be the angles subtended by the same chord. How to get? And the reason for this, remember, this is going to be the theorem. I think this is theorem number 4, which is the butterfly theorem, right? That if this angle is drawn, let's say if this is like this, right? And this is also like that, right? So it states that these angles are going to be equal if they are subtended by the same chord, provided that both of these triangles vertexes are going to be touching at the circumference of your cycle. Altogether. So basically that is going to be the theorem. Now, so which means now if let's say I can make my blue mark here, right? If let's say I continue to make my blue mark, so which means this particular angle is blue, this is blue, this is blue, and this is blue. So now I can just quickly go to the conclusion that now my angle P what? My angle P1, right? Can you see that I can now just conclude that my angle P1 now is going to be equals to what? Is going to be equals to D1. Altogether, my angle P1 is equals to D1. I don't even need a reason for that because I've already provided reasons that justify all these particular angles, right? Now, so what is it that you can do now from here? So now from here, I can then now conclude that, you know what? My FG is going to be parallel to what? Is going to be parallel to DC. And why is that going to be parallel? Because these are going to be alternating angles, right? Alternating angles are going to be equal. Again, so these are going to be alternating what? Alternating angles, right? Alternating angles are what? Are equal. Altogether. So then that's going to be the reason why I can then conclude on that. Altogether. So basically, that is going to be the reason for that. And now, right? Which means we are saying this is the alternate angles to those who might not see it, right? These angles are alternating because of these, right? Let's just draw that, right? These angles are alternating because they form a Z, right? So which means this angle alternate with this one. Now, if we can just look at now our 6.2. Now 6.2 require us to what? It require us to prove that FP bisect APD, right? FC bisect APD. Now let me just remove all these things here so that I can be in a position to also understand these, right? But let me just leave the ones that are blue, the blue angles, so that you can still understand or you can still make reference of those angles which are equal to each other, right? Now, from here, what is it that we can do? Now, in this particular question, they want us to prove that FP, which is this particular line here. Let me just get another color. This line here, FP, bisect angle what? Bisect angle APD, which means basically they want you to also prove that this particular angle P2 is going to be equal to angle P1, right? Because from bisection, when the angle bisect each other, it means the what? It means the angles are equal, right? So now, how can we go about proving that? Let's start here. Now you can start by simply saying, look, my angle P4 is equals to my angle A1, right? My angle P4 is equals to my angle A1. Altogether, my angle P4 is equals to my angle P1. This is going to be what? This is proven, right? But if you have forgotten, remember this was this particular angle here, which was your tan chord theorem, right? So now, what else can I take from here? P2, my angle P2 is going to be equals to my angle B1, right? So I am saying now this particular angle here, right? Remember now this particular angle here, we are saying my B2 is going to be equals to what? My angle B2 is going to be equals to my angle P2. What is going to be a reason behind that, right? This again is going to be because of what? This is going to be tan chord theorem. Altogether, we are saying P2, this particular angle P2 is going to be equal to what? The what is going to be equal to the B1 because of tan chord theorem. Why am I doing this here? Basically, this is meant to be here. This dot of ours is meant to be here, right? Because of tan chord, remember this, if I draw this triangle again, right? If I draw this triangle again and I draw this, can you see that this is going to be a tangent and this is going to be the chord, right? So now, just like from this particular theorem, these are going to be equal. So this is going to be what? Tan chord theorem, right? So now, what else now I can take from here? So, but now I want you to look at this. I want to say, but, right? But now, my angle A1, my angle A1 is going to be equals to my angle B1, right? My angle A1 is going to be equals to angle B1. What is going to be a reason behind that is going to be, now, from here, remember that this chord, what? Our chord BC, this is going to be what? This is going to be the angles that are going to be equal to each other. Why am I saying that? Remember, this is because equal chord AP and also BP, right? Remember that AP here, your AP and also what, and also BP are equal, right? These are going to be equal. What's good? So because they subtend equal angles, remember we said this particular angle here is going to be equal because this particular side here and this side is going to be equal, right? Now, from here, what is that we are going to say? We are going to say this is because of what? Of equal chords, right? This is going to be because of equal what? Equal chord, right? Equal chord, which is called AP, and what, and also called what, BP, are equal to each other. So which means if these chords are equal to each other, it makes my angle A1 and also my angle B1 to be equal to each other. Out again. So again, what is it that I can conclude with now? I can then now conclude that from here, my angle what? I can then also provide conclusion that look, my angle P4 is equals to angle what? Is equals to my angle what is equals to my angle P2, and this is also going to be equals to what? Is going to also be equal to my angle P1. Why? Because remember we've proven that angle P4 is equals to what? Is equals to P1, and we've just proven now that my angle P4 is going to be the same as my angle what? As my angle P2. So which means all these three angles are equal to each other. And if all these three angles are equal to each other, then I can conclude that, starting from here, this particular angle here is equal to this angle, right? I can then conclude that, look, my F what? My FP bisect APD, right? Why does it bisect APD? Because these angles are equal to each other. Are we together? So basically, that's what you are required to do in this particular question. Thank you very much.